The year is 1969. In a small French town, a young man sits alone in a cafe. He calmly sips his coffee, seemingly at ease with the world. But this is no ordinary man. This is Frank Abagnale Jr., one of the most cunning con artists the world has ever seen. And waiting for him outside are the authorities, ready to finally end his reign of deception.
Leading the charge is FBI agent Carl Hanratty, a man who has spent years chasing Frank across continents.
Frank's story, however, doesn't begin in a French cafe. It begins years earlier in the bustling city of New Rochelle, New York. Frank's father wasn't a criminal, but he had a knack for bending the rules. He was a businessman, always working deals, always looking for an angle. This entrepreneurial spirit, this willingness to push boundaries, rubbed off on Frank Jr. But while his father used his charm for business, Frank would later use it for something far more audacious, a life of crime.
The turning point in Frank's life came with his parents' divorce. The seemingly perfect life he knew crumbled around him. Adrift and alone at just 16, Frank ran away from the wreckage of his family. He needed money, he needed a place to belong, he needed to survive, and so began his life of crime.
Frank's first con was small, cashing a bad check, but he quickly graduated to bigger and bolder schemes. He possessed an uncanny ability to read people, to understand their desires and exploit their weaknesses. This, coupled with his innate charm and growing confidence, allowed him to slip into different identities as easily as changing clothes.
He became a Pan Am pilot, confidently striding through airports in a stolen uniform, forging FAA licenses. He transformed into a doctor, working in a hospital emergency room, all without a lick of medical training. He even passed the bar exam and practiced law, all the while staying one step ahead of the authorities.
His most relentless pursuer was FBI agent Carl Hanratty. A seasoned investigator, Carl became obsessed with catching Frank, dedicating himself to understanding the young con man's methods. The cat-and-mouse chase between Frank and Carl spanned countries and continents. It was a game of wits, each man respecting the other's intellect even as they tried to outmaneuver each other. But like all chases, this one too had to end. Frank was eventually apprehended in France, betrayed by a former associate. Extradited back to the United States, he faced a long list of charges and a seemingly bleak future.
Yet, Frank's story took an unexpected turn. Recognizing his unique talents, the FBI offered him a deal work with them to catch other con artists and fraudsters. Frank agreed, trading a life of crime for a chance to use his skills for good. He became an invaluable asset to the FBI, his insights into the criminal mind proving instrumental in preventing countless cases of fraud.
Frank Abagnale Jr.'s life is a testament to the duality of human nature. He was a criminal, yes, but also a man capable of change and redemption. His story serves as a reminder that even the most cunning con can be outsmarted, and that sometimes the best way to catch a thief is to think like one.